In this problem, we're given three factories, factory A, B, and C, that produce cell phone screens, and we're given the proportion of screens produced by each factory. Factory A produces 50% of all of them, factory B 30%, and factory C 20%. So this is the proportions. And we're also given the rate of defects. So for company A, the defect rate is 1%, for company B 2%, for company C 3%. So given that a screen on a phone is defective, what's the probability that company A manufactured it? So let's define some events. So let A1 be the event that a screen is manufactured at the factory A. Similarly, we'll define B1 and C1. And we'll also define the event D, that the screen is defective. So we're told that given that the screen is defective, what is the probability that it was manufactured at company A? So this is the probability we need to find. Now, to find this probability, we'll be using Bayes' rule and the law of total probability. So applying Bayes' rule, we get this probability equals the prior probability of screen being manufactured at factory A times the likelihood of it being defective given it was manufactured at factory A. And now applying the law of total probability in the denominator, we get probability of A1 times probability of D given A1 plus probability of A1 complement times probability of D given A1 complement. Now, in the denominator, we can apply the law of total probability again, because the probability of defect given a complement can be rewritten as the probability of the screen being manufactured at factory B, given that it wasn't manufactured at factory A, times the probability of it being defective, given that it was manufactured at B, plus the probability of the screen being manufactured at factory C, given that it wasn't manufactured at factory A, times the probability of it being defective, given that it was manufactured at factory C. Oops, it was manufactured at factory C. Like so. And now, let's see what we have. So we need to find what these probabilities are. So this probability here and this probability here. So to find this, again, we can apply Bayes' rule, and we can say the probability that a screen is manufactured at company B, given that it's not manufactured at company A, is the prior probability of it being manufactured at company B times the likelihood of it not being manufactured at company A, given that it was manufactured at company B, at factory B, over the probability of it not being manufactured at company A. So we know the ratio of all the screens manufactured at company B. So that number is 0.3. So we can write 0.3 here. Now, if it was manufactured at factory B, it was definitely not manufactured at company A. So this is 1 over, and the probability that it wasn't manufactured at company A is then the sum of the proportions of screens manufactured at company B and C. So 0.3 plus 0.2. So we get 0.3 over 0.5, which is 0.6. And now we can apply the same calculation to compute probability of C1 given A1 complement. And if we do this, we get 0.4. So now we're ready to plug in numbers into this long expression above to find the result. And so the probability of A1 given D equals, we know the proportion of screens manufactured at factory A, that's 0.5, 50% of them. And we know its defect rate, which is 1% over, we copied that expression, plus 50% of the screens are not manufactured at company A. And now we can plug in the values in this long expression, and those values are 0.6 times 0.02 plus the probability of the screen being manufactured at company C, given that it wasn't manufactured at company A, so 0.4, times the defect rate of factory C, which is 0.03. And simplifying, we get 0.29.